Yo, crew members, what it be?
Go Flyers.
What? Hi. Hi.
Sorry.
Hi.
I felt like I had to start with that.
Fair.
This is going to be a rough day.
Anytime, anywhere. Let's go.
I don't know if it's going to be a rough day. It's going to be a good day.
I have to... yeah. That's me knocking on wood. So this episode, we are going to cover everything from... Well, not everything, right?
It wasn't everything. So we're going to cover
GamesCon.
the main highlights that we saw from GamesCon 2020.
This is going to be a little more brief than we're used to because there is a lot to cover, and we don't want y'all to have to listen to us for 4 hours.
No.
So...
We keep on saying that. You keep on putting that out there going, nobody wants to listen to us for 4 hours.
Well,
I've been listening to myself for 33 years, and I'm miserable. 4 hours for these people is like that. Sorry, guys.
It's a damn
and
shame.
gals.
I apologize to everybody then.
But to crack right into this thing, dude, they opened up with a banger, huh?
What did they open up with?
Call of Duty, Black Ops, Cold War.
Oh, yeah, that was pretty cool.
It did look sick.
As soon as I saw big old R&R walk in, it's Ronald Reagan, by the way.
Yeah.
As soon as I saw him walked in, walked in.
As soon as I saw him walked in.
Anyway, as soon as I saw that, super excited. And so
It looked real.
the way,
so
I was
real.
gonna say the way he looked, absolutely spot on. And the voice, whoever did the voice acting, because somebody definitely did the voice acting for the scenes and stuff like that.
No, they brought Reagan back.
No,
Do his own part.
no, you know what I mean. They could have pulled from like different
Yeah.
speeches he had and plugged it together, but outstanding all around.
Yeah, look good.
It was really
Look
cool
good.
to see
Yeah,
that.
like I said, what I thought was cool is the last little bit. It's always seemed like Call of Duty you've always waited for like that first like big time actor that you recognize to play either the villain or the hero or something like that. I was like, who's the first person going to be that I actually
Technically, he was an actor before. Anyway,
That is true.
yeah, he was a
That
big
is
name
true.
actor before he was
know
in
what?
politics. So
You know what I mean, dipshit, all right? You know what I mean.
Somebody's getting aggressive early in this shit.
Hey, you know what? Go fucking change your diaper. Come back. All right.
So we didn't get any gameplay, right?
No, we didn't get any
any gameplay, but I'm sure they'll be rolling that out soon. But it's Call of Duty, so you know it's going to be good. We were joking about this, but it's probably the truth. It'll be like an 8-hour campaign.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
But it'll keep you on the edge of your seat for
It'll
the entire
probably be
8 hours.
amazing, though. Yeah.
Yeah.
Best 8 hours of your life.
Yeah, and then afterwards you're going to be like, oh, why wasn't this longer?
Well, just play
But
it on veteran.
Dude, it is what we always say.
Play it on veteran.
Always say with
It'll
these
add 2
games.
hours to your campaign.
Yeah, right?
Done.
So moving right along, Unknown 9 Awakening.
So this one looked like it was kind of like in a Middle Eastern type of like bazaar. You know what I mean? Like a marketplace.
Oh,
Looked
yeah.
like straight up like favelas or something. It was
Yeah,
weird.
so this little girl was, she placed something within this brick wall, and then she started running away from these kids, and then right before one of them, was able to like strike her down with a stick, you just saw this just concussive blast, just kind of just like, just go out just all around, and then essentially she's like a precog. At least that's to my thoughts on it.
Mm-hmm.
She's a precog, so she's seeing the stick strike down on her, but she obviously moves out of the way, and then when everything goes back to normal time, she's standing where she was initially laying down, and all the other kids just run away.
Yeah.
And then she had this look on her face like,
I'm going to fuck you up.
I'm a badass now.
Yeah, you know one person you don't want to mess with? Someone who knows exactly what you're going to do before you do it.
Right?
Probably someone you want to stay away from.
Or make them your best friend.
I was
Or
just about to say the same fucking thing.
Yeah, like-
Hey, what's up, bestie?
Does this work for lottery number?
Wait, if we hold hands, can I see
Can I
what
see
you see?
too? Yeah.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
Can you just give me the... Just give
Dude,
me,
in the
just give me
comments, a lot of
Powerball.
that shit happens that way.
Yeah.
Yeah, so Unknown 9 Awakening looked real cool. I'm actually really pumped.
Interested?
For that.
Awesome concept.
Interested in the title because we're all pretty sure there has not been an Unknown 1 through 8.
No.
So...
Well,
Interested in learning... I mean, we don't know.
Well, I mean,
We
look,
don't know.
dude, it could easily be a PC game that we've never gotten to play before, to where now
Yeah.
they're branching into consoles.
yeah,
Touche.
that'd be cool.
What do we got next?
So the next one we have is it's a DLC that's going to be coming out for the game Doom that recently released. That probably released like last year, I believe.
If you haven't played Doom, it's a gory first person deathmatch.
Yeah. So
Basically.
So we've talked before on this podcast
It's like
about just absolute gratuitous violence. Like Mortal Kombat, you see, you're like, okay, do you need all that?
Yes.
And Doom is like, there's no way they need all that. I mean, Doom just goes above.
Their picture could be next to the word next to violence in the dictionary.
Yes,
Like, straight up,
absolutely.
gratuitous violence,
Absolutely.
like you said. But if you've played Doom, the DLC looks much like what you get from the rest of Doom. Just a lot of people getting their heads cut off.
So the next one kind of fucked my head up a little bit, just because I wasn't expecting it.
Oh man, we've all seen video. What is happening?
I was trying to make it to where you could see it, bro. But
no, I'm good. I just do a little peek forward and see what it is. But what is it? Surgeon Simulator 2.
Yes.
I know we have all seen countless videos of this game being played online or popped up on our feed on Facebook.
So fun.
And nothing but hilarity ensues when these games are played. Now, I personally have never played any of these, but I've always wanted to. They look so much fun. And I think this one said it was co-op.
Yes.
Which means now you can have
other people in the operating room.
Yeah, you can have craziness in like a trio or more, which is insanely cool.
So like randomly see the guy just grab the head of the person on the table.
That freaked me out a little bit.
It comes popping off, and they're just like, the other guy goes, "Oh, yo, come in here, help! He's bleeding out."
And then you hear the other person, "My finger slipped."
Is that when he like? Is that when he like?
That was like,
that's when he like twist.
No, that was a huge ass needle.
Oh Jesus.
My finger slipped. Something you never want to hear from your
not at all
from a medical professional.
Oh, that was great.
Yeah, but that looks good.
Yeah, that looks like something that would actually be a lot of fun to watch on like Twitch or like YouTube.
That's something where like if you still have a crew that gets together and has some drinks, that's probably a game to play.
Ooh, that's actually not a bad idea.
The only time you can get away with drinking and performing surgery.
You're not wrong.
Without consequences.
Yeah, you're absolutely right.
Real life consequences.
So the next one we have was a little bit of a weird one. We didn't actually know what the hell was going on at the beginning of it.
Yeah, I'm gonna need more.
We didn't know anything until the absolute end of the trailer.
I still don't know what this game's about.
So the game is called Walking Dead Bridge Constructor.
Yeah, I mean I get the name, but what's it about?
Yeah, you know Walking Dead, you know there's gonna be zombies involved, but like
Bridge
Constructor, I don't get. I'm just confused. I don't know enough yet.
Like, am I building like extremely like?
I mean, dude, it looked like those long, old-timey, like going across the Grand Canyon type bridges.
Am I building like super eccentric bridges throughout this entire game to get onto the next level?
Or is it just going to be something to where they just go from A to B? Like, I mean,
I don't know.
I mean, quite literally bare bones. Yeah, we don't know much about this one, and like most of what we do with this podcast, we didn't do that much research.
No, but we'll get back to you if you're interested. Drop us a line. Let us know.
Yeah, let us know. So next one we had is something I know Jacob and Shelby, you know what I mean, our Spaghetti Boy counterparts would really enjoy. And this is World of Warcraft Shadowlands.
I have never played any of these.
I've never played a World of Warcraft game in my life.
Haven't since college.
Oh,
but you
have.
the only one.
Well, yeah, I've spoken about this before. They actually in the class that I was in, I don't remember if it was for like,
mandatory. You play World of Warcraft tonight for homework.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck me, seriously?
Yeah. It was
like why? What?
It was I don't remember if it was like a small or large group class, but they were using it. You played with other. It was like to work on like team building skills.
Oh,
basically,
that's wild.
They actually,
that's
I don't
cool.
know that they. I don't know that they still use it.
I mean, but still,
I haven't played one since then.
That's a unique way to.
Yeah, it worked.
No. I'm saying that's actually a really cool and an ingenuitive way to give you ideas of how to build a team and like team building exercise. It's really cool.
Yeah,
my team building exercise were in the military.
Yeah, now you know it'd be cool if they start doing that shit in high school. Your mom comes in, do your homework. I am.
Yeah.
Excuse me.
Yeah.
Get out of my room, Mom. I'm gonna slay this orc.
I need to perform this spell. You're messing me up. So the next one we had was another classic game that has a new DLC or just new part of it, and that would be Warhammer Stormground. That one looked pretty neat also. Like, once again, this is another series that I know nothing about.
Yeah.
I mean, I know I think it might have been the Xbox trailer release and everything, their showcase to where they had that Warhammer 40,000, whatever it was, down that subway.
Yeah.
I think that was the last time I saw anything about Warhammer. I didn't know anything else about it, to be honest with you.
Again, you and I, we both said the same thing. We don't know too much about the way that the series works and all that. Is it like a different like path? Like how's this? I don't know. I feel like an idiot because we were sitting here on a podcast talking about games.
No.
But the thing is I don't understand. Like, Warhammer itself branch out like differently, like different worlds, or like how's it work? Like,
I think Warhammer. Wow, I said that really weird. Warhammer, but I think Warhammer. It's essentially like World of Warcraft to where that you have this big world and then just everything just kind of like little piecemeal parts of all like Skyrim, like Oblivion. You know what I mean? I have little sections of it. You know what I mean? And that's where your games are played.
I gotcha.
I believe it's more like that.
If you want to backtrack a tiny bit, I have something on Walking Dead Bridge bridge
Please do.
constructor
Oh my
here.
God.
It
Please
says it's kind of, we probably could have deduced this on our own, but join a group of survivors as they fight against hordes of undead walkers in a hostile human community. Build bridges and other constructions through bleak landscapes and ruined structures. You team up with fan favorite characters to create safe passage for iconic vehicles from the series. You use movable level objects, explosives, and baits to your advantage as you lure walkers into lethal traps and guide your survivors to safety. So it seems like you're building bridges to help other people escape and get vehicles in that you need to, protect you and stuff like that. So
Gotcha.
it seems like the premise, yeah.
So to go back on Warhammer, this is the one that we watched where it had that dragon. You mean he was riding on the dragon, and you literally had another guy like riding on like some type of like bear panther thing. I don't even know what the fuck that was.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I mean, all that looked pretty interesting, and I mean, it's going to be available early 2021. Obviously, it's the first one that I've said anything like that on, but that's not because I actually have it in front of me. So yeah, it's a strategy video game. It's an adaptation of just everything else within the Warhammer world.
Okay.
What'd I say wrong?
Nothing.
Moves right along there, bro.
All right, come on, Pop Up. Let's go. This man's got his glasses on today, so I called him Pop Up.
Yeah, Anthony's not used to seeing Wes with his glasses on. This
No.
is new. I'm usually the only person in here that people would be used to wearing glasses.
Yeah.
I like my glasses.
Pitter
Dude.
patter, Pop Up.
Do you look good? It doesn't age you more than like 11 years.
So he's like now in his 50s. So I called him Pop Up.
I know, right? All right, so the next one we have is Outriders.
Outriders, that was the one with
I don't remember.
oh no, I do.
Oh yeah, this is the one with the dude that was stopping the bullets.
Oh, yeah, okay.
Neo over here.
But so
So this one, yeah, it had that guy with it. Literally had like a skin mask. It's kind of just like stretched over him. And he had that like weird.
Was that the one that we said looked a little bit like Gears of War mixed with?
Yes, Gears of War mixed with what else did we say?
I may have said Rage.
Rage,
possibly.
Yep.
Yeah, Gears of War mixed with Rage. We didn't get a lot of information on that yet. There wasn't a whole lot to go off on these. It's it's the first time you're seeing a lot of them.
it looked pretty cool.
So
Yeah, so this is
my interest.
All I need to know is if it's co-op. If it's a co-op, so
co-op solves a lot of things.
it does.
It really does. Like if we can enjoy this suckage together.
Yeah, you're
Even
not
better.
wrong. And the seems.
No,
like
I'm
a
not
lot
saying
of
it sucks. By the way, it looks pretty cool.
it does look really cool. A lot of the co-op games.
So there is a multiplayer in it.
Oh, is it up to 3 people?
Keep talking. I'll let
The
you
reason
know.
I ask this is because a lot of the co-op games that you and I, Andy, lately have been coming across are 1 to 3 people. Did you notice that?
Yeah, I wonder if that is that like the new thing now.
Maybe.
Like-
we don't play co-op
I
with any
wonder-
more than
I mean,
3 people.
It is so weird how how it doesn't go back into the classic 4 because normally with these systems you are able to go ahead and have 4 controllers run on a console at once.
I wonder if
anymore.
like frame rates or something was suffering having, because normally how if you have 4 people in a game, that adds more enemies as well. It's not
That is
like you
true.
have the same amount of
That
enemies
is
if you
true.
have 4 people. So maybe whatever these games are that rolling with 3 are like, screw it, we have it figured out for 3. Let's not even attempt to figure out this 4th one.
Okay, so the game can be played solo, but players can also complete the game together with a 2-player option, not 3. But
right.
technically it is multiplayer.
Even though they show 3 characters.
They did, right? Yeah.
Yeah,
no,
there
they
are.
showed 3
They did.
characters in the trailer.
That's interesting.
All right, so
Wow, that's weird.
so just give a little more information. Just because this one looked really neat to us, I just want to go ahead and just dive a little bit deeper into it.
Sure.
So it is a third-person shooter with a mixed element of role-playing, which makes it look like a lot of fun.
Ooh.
You can choose from 4 different classes. Let's see here, and you
You
also
said
have
third person?
third-person shooter.
That's cool.
And you do have skill trees to be able to go ahead and unlock and upgrade skills.
So they showed three of the classes
Yeah.
in the trailer. I wonder what the 4th is. Don't tell me.
I don't know, but that's pretty.
Oh, I don't have it on here.
That is
Oh,
pretty
okay.
cool though that there's multiple you can choose from. It's not one of those games where just because you can only play with 2 people, like you're forced, like you have choices. It's not like, oh, you be this guy, I'll be that guy.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You actually have options. You're
That's
not
pretty
forced
cool.
to just pick the only 2 they have.
And another thing I want to point out with a lot of these games, not necessarily everything, but a lot of them, you can get them for the PS4, PS5, Xbox One, and the Series X.
Good.
Yeah, obviously as well as, like Stadia and what is the
Words, use them.
I can't find them. Well, not on the computer. Steam. There you go.
Steam.
Yeah.
Steam.
Yeah, so you can go ahead. You can get them. You can get these games mostly, basically anywhere. So
That's good.
this game is supposed to be coming out late 2020, so probably around holiday season.
Yeah.
Probably something a little more towards November, I would guess.
Oh, I'm excited for this next one.
Oh yeah, dude, this next one is a mind fucking a half.
It's
Yeah,
arguably
I'm
the
not,
one that I'm most excited about.
I'm not-
mixed
Really?
in there.
I'm not game on this one at all, just because it's so fucking creepy.
Not most excited, but it's in my top 3.
Well,
So-
yeah, we know you and creepy and scary and weird games, so.
So this one's called Little Nightmares 2.
Now, wait a minute. Which means there's a first one. Have you played the first one?
No. Not at all.
I think you need to take a peek on the PlayStation Store.
Yeah,
maybe it's
no,
there.
You're absolutely right. Now, Little Nightmares 2 is basically like if you've ever played indie games like Inside or Limbo. They're that was my introduction to indie games. This first indie game I ever played was Limbo, and I only played it because of the trailer. You got some?
Yeah,
the trailer.
So
the
the
demo,
initial
sorry.
release date of Little Nightmares, the first one, was 2017, and it is on consoles,
Ooh, look at that, dog.
Sweet. I'm ready
including
I highly recommend you play the first one since you're interested in the
PS4,
second one.
Xbox One, and Switch.
There you go.
Now, yeah, sweet. Now they're side-scrolling puzzle platformers basically, but they have their own unique art style. They're very like dark, especially this one. 'Cause
This one looks super.
This one's actually like it seems like horror based.
Yeah,
like,
this one
like
touched
Limbo.
on a lot of like crazy ass
It was
like
creepy.
It was super creepy.
It
Like
was
the
creepy.
one part in the trailer that really got me was when she was sitting there playing the piano
And
and,
then the
they're
head
hiding
rotated.
behind the box and this chick's head just rotated. And it
180
seems like what you're running away from or trying to evade were like dolls.
Yeah,
Which makes it 10 times even creepier.
So do you want the plot?
it's very
for
creepy.
this game?
Yeah, give it to me.
All right, so the game takes place after a character named Six escapes from the mall. She later meets Mono, a boy wearing a brown paper bag as a mask, and must work with him to navigate through Pale City to reach the Black Tower, which is controlled by the mysterious Thin Man, who is previously seen at the end of The Secrets of Maul, which I'm guessing is some type of DLC for the first game.
Okay, so the Thin Man kind of looks
Slender
like
Man.
the Slender
Slender
Man,
Man,
yep,
yep,
which
Slender
is
Man.
super creepy.
So
as well.
locations found throughout the Pale City include the wilderness, the school, the hospital, and the Black Tower, which is stuff we all saw.
Yes.
We saw all those different areas. Within
Now, what
that
we saw
trailer.
was actual gameplay, correct?
Yes,
looked like it.
Oh,
Absolutely.
It was. I can tell
And
you right now, it is.
It looked super good and crisp, and it looked good.
Now, so there will also be new enemies and other characters to be discovered, such as the Hunter, who Mono rescues from Six, who Mono rescues Six from at the start of the game.
Okay.
Another enemy is the teacher, the students, the mannequins, which were probably probably the one like playing the piano and shit, and the viewers and Thin Man.
I don't know. It looked fucking cool.
Yeah,
like
they're-
super cool.
They're those types of games, like I said, like Limbo, like Inside, they're very unique in their style because they're puzzle platformers, but you're always way smaller than everything else. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Everything's so large in scale compared to
Yeah.
you, and there's multiple levels. It's not like you're just side scrolling. Sometimes you have to climb up things, sometimes you have to go down things.
Yeah.
Because of the art style and how dark things are, like certain things pop out of nowhere. And what's sick about this one is it looked like in a lot of it, you were actively having to do this while you were being chased by something.
Which is
just adds
also
another element of holy moly.
yeah, yeah.
But yeah, that's Little Nightmares too. So definitely check that out.
Yeah, so
For sure.
I do want to throw this one out there just because it really fucked our heads up when we saw it. I don't have it written up here, but it was the struggling.
Wasn't
Now-
it just struggling?
Yeah, just struggling. Now this one isn't available on console. This one I've only seen available on Steam.
Looked like a meatball with arms.
Wasn't it out already?
Yes.
Okay, as I say, it said. I'm pretty sure it said out now.
At the card, I'm looking at it right now.
Was that fair to say? It's like a meatball with a face and arms.
Yeah, it's just it was probably one of the most depraved things I've ever seen.
Yeah.
I'm not going to talk about this.
Like
just
it's
weird
literally
looking.
a puzzle platformer where it looks like you're a meatball with arms that has to swing from place to place and get yourself from
But it is co-op.
beginning to end.
Yes, it is co-op.
It is co-op. It was wild enough to see that you might actually have some fun with it. So I'm not gonna knock it. I haven't played it. But
All right,
that
yeah.
is weird.
So the
I-
next one, though, you got something? I'm just trying to move us along, man.
Yeah, me too. I was going to say, the next one we're going into is I know Andy would look super excited about. Actually, the next
couple.
actually, Andy was more excited, I think, than anybody else
Yep.
about these, but it's Star Wars Squadron,
Yeah.
which actually looked pretty cool.
Now this is something we've been waiting for because we've known about Squadron for. Yeah, no, I said it weird. Fuck
You
it.
put a lot into that.
I really did.
It's that Squadron.
Squadron.
Hey, let me see a Squadron.
Star Wars Squadron. Where you at, squad? Let's go. Talk. Talk.
He can't.
Jesus
He's
Christ.
he's all kerfuffled.
Oh, I'm all fucked up right
He's
now.
gonna go walk the dog. No, I was
Paka.
really excited to see this though because we've gotten so many Star Wars games, but it's been a long time since you actually got to do some space combat.
Yeah, and with
Aerial
this one,
combat.
you it's multiplayer. You go ahead. You're playing.
It's multiplayer. You have the option to play it in VR mode.
Andy was talking about that when we were watching the trailer.
But you know what? It's just like you said too while we were watching. It's one of those got to try it once to see what it's like. Yeah. And then after you yak everywhere, go back to normal.
Yeah, if you can fight yakking for a while, maybe you can get over. I only know, like I said, from play. It's super cool.
Hey,
I'm
look, if you're a fighter pilot in real life, this is all you, buddy.
Oh yeah. This is right up your alley.
Yeah.
Right up your alley.
If not, well, give her a go.
Yeah, it seems like a straight up aerial battle. Did they say that there was actually a single player campaign as well? I thought they did. There is. Okay,
it's
cool.
single player and multiplayer. Yeah,
cool.
That is so
but that is. I mean, I'm always in the market for a Star Wars game.
I know you.
No matter what
it's coming out from EA. They're the ones dropping it, and it's going to be out for the PlayStation 4 and Xbox One on October 2nd.
PlayStation 4. Okay. I wonder if it's one of those, if you want to play it on the PlayStation 5 sort of deals, I would go digital copy.
Yeah.
All right, so this one is it's based after Return of the Jedi, which I believe is the 6th. Is that episode 6?
Andy. Does that sound
right?
It
is.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you have Empire Strikes Back is 5.
Yes.
And then 6 is Return of the Jedi. Yeah, so it's based after that. So it's it sounds like it's right after the Empire falls. Yeah, you heard that ASMR shit? Him scratching his fucking beard.
All right, that's enough out of you. Go walk the dog, huh?
Yes, you're right though.
Yeah, so I mean, I'm game for it. I think it's gonna be a lot of fun to watch. I mean, it's one of those games where I'll probably be able to sit on the couch, just kind of like let Andy just throw down on it and just really just enjoy the whole thing.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, might as well keep it in the Star Wars universe, eh? What we got next?
Yeah, so the next one we have is actually a Sims game. It is Sims Star Wars Journey to Batuu.
I have not played a Sims game since like The Sims 2.
I have never played a Sims game in my life.
I recommend it. I recommend it at least once.
Give her a go,
dude. I watched Jess play them like insanely. Dude, she's played like 1, 2, 3, and 4. I mean, she's played all of them.
Sims used to be the mobile game I played the most now, but now I've like Marvel Strike Force is
just taken everything.
I've blown past any other mobile game I've ever played easily. But yeah, Sims Star Wars. It looked really cool. It was like everything you love about the Sims, just set in the Star Wars universe.
Yes, you're recreating. The normal Sims world, but you're doing it on, I guess, Batuu.
Yep.
Which is the world that you first come across in the first in episode 4 of Star Wars. When you first meet Luke Skywalker.
Yep.
These are not the droids you are looking for and all that shit.
Now, granted, it wasn't actually next. Should we skip ahead a couple just to stay in the same?
We can.
So they also showed a Lego Star Wars Skywalker saga.
Yeah, this looks fucking cool.
That's sick. All of the episodes. all the episodes. Everything from episode 1 all the way through to what was the last one?
Rise of Skywalker.
Yep. Cool thing is like when they got to the very end, you could see that it was available. It looked like on all consoles, including the Switch, which I thought was really cool because but like for me, this is just me personally. Those Lego games are so versatile in the content that they cover in those types of like the Jurassic Park one and
Indiana Jones
and the Harry Potter and all that kind of stuff. Being able to have it on the go in the Nintendo Switch, I think for me personally, I think is absolutely probably one of the coolest things in the world. You can just plug that bitch in and go, and you could just whatever you're doing, you could just sit there and play that entire saga and bring it with you. So I think that's. For me personally, that's the route I'm going to go. I'm definitely going to get that game.
Yeah, and there's no waiting. Like that, you get to play the whole saga, beginning to end.
Exactly, and it's going to be a mobile saga.
You're talking about nine movies worth of content.
Right. So think of it this way: it's 9 games.
Yeah, and I know,
it's actually going to be a little more than that because think about it. Rogue One is in between 3 and 4.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, I mean, dude, all this shit can go ahead and just really, push towards just that. Even that final battle. That's in like Rise of Skywalker.
Yep.
And I know from watching my wife play the Harry Potter one, they're not short by any means.
Oh, hell no.
Like they're decently long games, so you should probably get hours upon hours of. But this also seems very bingeable. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
Like you can start and then all of a sudden you're like, oh, it's been 6 hours.
So at least while watching the trailer, one of the best parts was at the end, to where Luke Skywalker, he talks about, I am a Jedi, like my father before me. And then Palpatine is, he goes, well, then you will die. And then he just throws his hands out, and then he has these little lightning bolt things that are like attached to his Lego hands.
Yep. And they don't go anywhere.
And then he throws one.
Yeah.
And then it's so short, and then he just goes, ah! And then he just sends out actual lightning.
Andy mentioned this earlier. In a lot of the earlier Lego games, they didn't do too much talking. You might hear like noises, grunts, and sounds and stuff like that. But it seems like with
You
this,
have
you have talking.
you have
You have dialect in this game, which is pretty cool.
Yeah, I mean,
Dialogue.
Yeah, as
Dialect.
much like
Which dialects do you have in this game?
Too many. Let me
Yeah.
just slap my face on the microphone because
Like,
I'm an idiot.
I don't think not having the voices.
Fuck.
I don't think not having the voices makes it awful. I definitely like having dialogue. The only cool thing about not having it is it does force you to use your imagination a little more to really try to get the idea of what they're saying to each other and what this means and stuff like that. But I wanted some voices. It was more important for me watching the Harry Potter ones because I haven't seen all the movies. So when I got out of the game, I was like, cool, I can learn about all this my favorite way through the game. Like, I can watch you play and learn everything. And then nobody talked. And I was like, shit, now I got to teach myself.
Well, I mean, I know with the Lego Marvel games, people do talk in those.
Oh, okay. See, I haven't
Sick.
played those. Last one I played was like Jurassic Park, and they still did the.
Yeah.
Well, not like I think it might have been the Marvel superheroes. Even the one that had like all the superheroes in it.
Have you played that?
I played a little bit of it.
Is it good?
It's actually fun.
Oh, hell yeah!
It's actually fun.
I haven't seen a bad Lego game yet.
You know what? You're not
And
wrong.
see, that's the big thing there, dude. Lego has just done a great job of just taking the movies, just putting Lego people in them, and then giving it to us as content.
They're the
Yeah.
best games ever portrayed
Now,
after movies.
now
Because it is the spitting image.
I know,
Yeah.
but you ever see like video games that we had a podcast on this, but did you ever see like
video games that were based after movies.
Terrible.
Yeah, they haven't. They
They're just
haven't always been
terrible.
great.
That was a fun episode to do, though.
Yeah.
My one gripe with the Lego, and I know,
Of course.
even though we play it, I know they're
Here's
geared-
the one guy. Like you look at
course
like
there's a gripe.
you look at like Lego ratings overall. They're like 5. There should be
5
like out
million
of 5
thumbs up,
stars.
I'm the one thumb
There's
down.
like 4.9 out of 5. There's
me.
the 0.1. This fucking guy. God damn.
Yeah, because while I know they're geared for younger people,
Shut the
even
fuck
though we
up.
still play them, the fact that like there's no penalty for like you can just die over and over and over and over again. Like you're not forced to actually be careful about what you're doing. Like
That's the point.
I could just it's too easy for me.
There's nothing wrong with that, though, man.
No, I understand that there's a place for it. I'm just saying it makes it like I wish that there was something you could
It's-
turn on for older people. Like you
Well, I
know,
was about to say, I mean, especially for who the game is really geared towards.
Hey Lego,
Yeah.
if you hear this, can you put a little option in there? Then the
Yeah, just-
section where you just click it over and says old people playing.
yeah, old people mode. Yeah,
You know what?
Where death means something.
That would be
Jesus Christ.
That's actually very morbid. But look, if you could literally just take like a little, I really like that old people mode. If you have kids games that old people want to play, put something in there that says old people mode so we can click on it.
We'll call it vintage mode.
Ooh, that's just as good. I like old people mode.
All right, fuck, we got to move on. There's like 9 games left.
yeah. So we're gonna backtrack real quick, and we're gonna go to Warframe: Heart of Deimos.
Yeah. You totally didn't listen to me when I spelled that out for you either.
No, I didn't.
That says Damas.
Warframe, heart of dumbass.
I don't care.
Anyway, keep going.
So this is just a continuation of the Warframe game that is a free-to-play. Yeah, you can get on all consoles.
Yeah, and you said you played it, right?
Yeah, I messed around with Warframe when it first came out. Me, Hav, and Dan and
It looks
Mike
pretty cool.
messed around with it.
It
Yeah,
looked
doesn't
like
look-
it looked like a lot more than you normally get from a free game.
Oh yeah, dude. Well, the free games are. This came out. When that was very, very fresh. To go ahead and a multiplayer online game to go ahead and actually be 100% free.
Okay.
And look, it was a lot of fun. When I messed around with it, and this is just addition to it. You're going to. It looks like you have like this Halloween style like world. It has like all these different trees just kind of just hanging over, and it looks like there's literally no life. You know what I mean? With this trailer, and then you're these you're these characters that you. The one had a sword. The other one was like in like a mech suit. All different types of shit, and looks like you're just mainly just going ham, trying to go ahead and kill all these evil dudes.
Yeah.
Once again, we just
Okay.
literally don't know that much about it. I'm just gonna go ahead and just keep on just prefacing that.
That's fair.
So the next one we have is Override 2 Super Mech League. This one looked interesting.
It looks super interesting. I'd like to find out a little bit more on the first one.
Override 1.
Yeah.
I love how you keep saying that.
Well, look, here's my thing. So I like to play games in a sequence or a series. So if there's multiple games in a series, I like to start at the beginning. I don't care if it's on like an original system. I will go buy the system if I don't have it, and I will play it. I like to start at the beginning to get the full spectrum of what the game entails.
Wow. Okay, so the original one is called Override Mech City Brawl.
Okay.
First dropped in August of 2018, so roughly 2 years ago, and it is a banger, dude. 9 out of 10 on stream.
Okay.
Dude, it's a 2 to 4 player co-op, and you control one part of two skyscraper sized mechs.
Mm-hmm.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, dude, this just sounds pretty wild.
But I can get it on Steam.
Yeah, you can get it on Steam.
There we go.
Well, no, dude, don't even worry about that. You can get it on all platforms. You can get it on PlayStation 4 and Xbox One.
There you go. See? But there is a first one, so now it's kind of like one of those, all right, I'm going to go back and play the first one and see what this is about.
Yeah. So you get to go ahead and fuck around with that and then jump right into Override 2, to where you can get to go ahead and... what was the one character's name? Sprinkles?
Sprinkles.
Jimmy's.
Fucking hell.
If you're from PA,
It's actually Jimmy's, though. You know.
Yeah, it's Jimmy's.
We're not calling him Jimmy's or her Jimmy's.
Bet if I play this game and I'm
be Jimmy's.
Yeah, you gonna be Jimmy's. You ain't gonna be Sprinkles. Sprinkles.
Yeah, exactly. If I say I'm gonna be Jimmy's, you know who I mean.
Exactly.
Oh, the loveliness of being from
outside
of Philadelphia.
You know that, John. That John's name is Jimmy's.
Someone's listening. What's a John? Everything.
Everything.
Wes is a John.
Come visit
this table's a
Philadelphia.
John.
Come visit. Come visit Philly, and we'll show you what this John is.
Yeah, you can hang out, drink some water.
Have some water ice.
All right, so the next one that we have is, what's that?
Lemnis Game.
Lemnis Gate?
I thought it was game.
I thought it was gate.
It might have been.
No, I think it's a gate.
It might be.
Hey,
we each got one half right.
Hey, let us play this game.
Yeah, Lemnis Gate.
I don't even remember what that one was. We just watched it. Anyway, while Wes looks up Lemnis Gate, we'll go one pass. We'll talk about Age of Empires 3 that they also showed, which I haven't played any of the Age of Empire games, but if you've ever played one of those like top view strategy games, Command and Conquer, Halo, what was it? Halo Wars was one of them.
Yeah, Halo's Wars.
Halo's
Wars. Jesus Christ.
Civilization to an extent, but Age of Empires 3 is just, the next one. But they always look pretty cool. I feel like I don't know how much patience I have these days for that, but
maybe that's fair.
And then I know something I'm sure that Wes is probably going to be excited about because he was the first one out of all of us to mess around with it.
And I have yet to play this, but I have watched Wes play this
Fall
game.
Guys Season 2.
And I will talk more about it when we get into What Are We Playing, because it's basically all I've been playing.
Yeah, and I've seen you play it because you had, I forget.
Last week. Before we started recording, yeah.
Absolutely, just one of those types of games where you can just get online with your friends and just have a blast.
That's just interesting. Okay, so just to backtrack to Lemnis Gate, it is a turn-based first-person shooter.
Oh, is that the one where you can?
You don't often hear
that's
that.
the one where you can rewind time.
Yes.
Oh yeah, we all looked at that and was like, well, this is an interesting concept. You live the same like 25-second loop, right?
Over 5 alternating turns taking place within a 20. That doesn't make sense. It's 25-inch. That's obviously not it. Maybe 25-foot time loop. You are called to master the unique abilities of varied cast of deep space operatives and outskill, outsmart, and outmaneuver your opponents in mind-blowing fourth-dimensional battles.
Oof. That's too much. I don't like to think.
It's funny. That was the first one that we looked at, and we were both like, I'd probably suck at that.
That was the very first thing I said when we started watching.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, dude, I'd be complete trash at this. So to go back into Fall Guys Season 2. So Fall Guys Season 2 is going to have a medieval aspect to it. There's going to be a few more maps that are much more of an older look to them, like old timey. Like I said, obviously middle age.
One had like castles, like
castles,
like the
that.
finish line, and they had like the new like
skins.
Skins one was like a dragon
and a knight. Yeah.
The dragon looked pretty freaking cool. So I was like, that's pretty badass.
So, I gotta say this. I'm not saying it's better or worse or it's going to trend better, but Fall Guys itself has that feel that Fortnite had when it came out, where it is taking over. You can't go on social media without seeing people posting videos of Fall Guys.
So
like it has been big.
So,
Yeah.
so the coolest thing about Fall Guys was the fact that it was free last month.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, it was
We
free in
talked about
August,
it.
and I waited until like the 30th to pick it up, just because I was.
I think that's what I did. I actually think when we talked about it, I was like, "Oh, this is like the last day. I think I need to pick it up." And I think that's what I did.
I mean, I haven't gamed much. You mean in the last half of August? So
none of us have.
Yeah, none of us really did.
Life has
so
been
actually
crazy.
going ahead and playing it, I was like, "Oh shit, this is actually a lot of fun." Because I first played it after last week's Freaky Friday.
Well, it's like one of those games that you can like get on at any time of the day, and if you're having a bad day, you're instantly gonna smile.
But what do you notice with these games that are coming out like this and Fortnite and stuff like that? While there are like in-game purchases, they're free. You know what I
Yes.
mean? Like Fortnite is free, and look how big these things are blowing up.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's crazy. Wonders can happen when everyone has access to your game.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and not to mention, if you don't already, do yourself a favor and follow Fall Guys' Twitter account, because
Funny.
those motherfuckers are savage. They're savage and they're suave, dude. They're smart. How they post shit and how they go ahead and just talk about like updates or when shit crashes or
Yeah.
or when there's problems. Like they're quick witted. It's
Cool.
pretty good. So the next one we had was another one that we're actually pretty excited for.
Super.
It looked
super
really
pumped.
good, and this was also another VR one.
This was another
Yes.
VR,
It's
but it's
called-
only for the.
The Rift.
The Rift.
It's only for the Oculus, yes, which was bought by Facebook. So
Yeah.
it is Medal of Honor Above and Beyond.
I can only hope that it makes its way to PSVR somehow, some way.
Agreed.
Now, I agree, but I will
Because
also
I have the gun. I'm ready.
I will also say that with Oculus being bought by Facebook, one of Facebook's things they love doing more than anything is keeping everything within their bubble.
I mean, I get it. I get
course
it.
they do.
If I was Facebook, I would do the same thing.
Well, yeah.
Fuck. I would. Like, I want your money.
And, I mean, look, not to mention they are also, I mean, Facebook is also really trying to boost and push their Facebook gaming section. You know what I mean, which is why they were really trying to push to get Ninja on there, and you know what I mean, and some of those other guys that that fell off of whatever the fuck it was that was on the streaming service, not a streaming, like Twitch type thing that was on Xbox.
Oh, yeah. I know what you're talking about. I just don't remember what it's called.
I think they could start with like an M or something. I can't remember what the hell
I
it
don't
was.
know. But I also realize that I'm on both sides. Like, if I was Facebook, I'd do it, but I'm not Facebook, so I hate it.
That's fair.
It looked pretty cool though, man. You it looked like World War II.
Yeah.
It was.
D-Day. Yeah.
But here's the thing: when was the last? And we talked about this just a little bit. It's been a really long time since you've seen a Medal of Honor game. Period.
Yes.
But through the trailer that we saw, it looked like we saw a little bit of gameplay.
Oh, absolutely.
Was Medal of Honor not the first?
Medal of Honor
like
was
mainstream war game. That was
No, no,
before
no.
Ghost Recon, right? That was before Call of Duty.
It was before Call of Duty. I don't know about.
I
Ghost Recon.
don't know that it was before Ghost Recon,
But it was definitely before Call of Duty. That's what when. So if you wanted large online battles and shit like that, that's what you played.
Yeah.
That is what you played. That's
And it's funny that they're
Medal of
going.
Honor was the biggest was a massive online team deathmatch and all that kind of stuff that you would see all the time. And then Call of Duty popped out, and then it was just like, hey, everybody's playing COD. But it looked like they did the graphics weren't the greatest, obviously.
But it was PSVR.
but
It was not PSVR. It was VR.
But it was it was a VR game. Two, it still looked like they had all of the mechanics down with like the weapons and the transitioning. Like in the trailer, they had this one person throw a weapon to somebody. The dude caught the weapon, hit one of the dudes in the face, and shot the other one
And
in
they
the
started
face.
mowing them down.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So it looked like they had the mechanics down for the weapons and for the aiming and all that other kind of stuff, which I thought was actually really cool. And that just kind of falls back to one of those, well, the graphics aren't the greatest, but as long as the story's good and the mechanics are down for the weapons and all that other kind of stuff, I'm okay with it.
Absolutely.
And here I am talking to
Yeah,
myself.
I believe it was. It's funny.
I'm fucking with you.
It's funny that they're going back here though, because like I said, I had said Allied Assault, but the last one that I actually played was Medal of Honor Frontline, which was back in 2002.
Yeah, see?
and that was World War II, and I remember that opening scene of
Bro,
hitting
it's
the beach.
2020. That's
Yeah.
18. Wait, I'll make sure my math is right. That's 18 years.
Yeah,
You release this and people are like, no, that's not 18 years, you dumb fuck.
yeah. No, it's 18
I'll
years.
release this in a few months. That way, it's not 18 years.
Oh, fuck you.
You almost said thank God.
I did.
Yeah.
Fuck.
But like you said, you forgive, slightly dumbed down graphics when you're as immersed as you are in those VR modes.
Exactly.
So.
Because like one of the first things we talked about was how the handshakes just look horrible.
Well, yeah, well, dude,
because, it's what you get out of a VR game.
Yeah.
That's why. Now, granted, you still use a controller. You don't have, worry about actually like using your hands or nothing. But that's why I always praise Resident Evil 7, because you didn't expect to get that quality of graphics on VR. You know what I mean? That's why I always praise that. But
And that's one of those. That's what we can only hope for the next generation.
Now,
for sure.
Now Oculus Rift, it looked like it is those those motion hand things. I mean,
Well,
it's not a controller.
Yeah, no, I'm pretty sure.
they're the hand.
That's
they're like
all
hand
they.
things.
That's all they have.
Yeah, for
Which
sure.
is pretty cool.
Yeah, I think those are. I haven't actually gotten to use them, so I don't have hands-on experience to say that they're better than the Move controllers. But they look like they'd be more comfortable.
A lot of
controller.
lot of people. I've done not reviews, but I've looked at a lot of reviews between the two.
They like the handheld.
They're more ergonomically friendly, I guess you would say. They're more comfortable for the hand, the way you can grip them, the way you can use them, as to where like the PS Move is just like these big old fucking clunky sticks, and you're like,
yeah, it sucks that you can't get like a mishmash of both, because it seems like the technology in the PSVR is preferred, but the comfortability and like you said, the ergonomic design of the hand, the hand grippies,
those hand grippies is so good.
Yeah. But hopefully with PS5 and the Xbox Series X, they'll, because they're gonna come out with another one.
Yeah, but hopefully they don't. Hopefully you can still use your original. Because I would hate to have to spend another $500 on another fucking VR system.
Like I said, the only way I'm doing that is if it's wireless. If it's wireless, I'll do it.
Yeah, you're not wrong.
But there you go. So we have 3 more here. So the next one we have is a battle royale game that is actually, by the time this comes out, it's already been out for a few days, because it launched September 3rd. And you can get it for the PlayStation 4, the Switch, and the One, and it is called Spellbreak.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. This is the one to where it had that really interesting animated graphics.
Chick put on that fucking like
that glove,
flaming glove, I guess you could call it.
Yes.
Yeah, that looked really neat. Really neat.
So this game is a multiplayer action spellcasting game where you unleash your inner battle mage. So master elemental magic to fit your style play, and cast powerful spell combinations to dominate other players across the HoloLands. So, look, it's an Epic game, and Epic has really been trying to boost, what they've been doing, especially after the war they're having right now with Apple. Yeah. And look, all that has to do with mobile stuff, so we're not even going to get involved in talking about it.
Yeah, that's fair. That's true.
But look, man, that whole thing's been a hell of a run that's been going on the last month or so between those two. But yeah, man, this game, it dropped obviously on the 3rd, so if you get a chance, grab it. It looks like a lot of fun.
It does.
I really enjoy that style of gameplay. Give me that animation. It looks so good.
It does. It really does.
So the next one is has to do with a game that I've played. A decent bit. Anthony played a little bit. Andy hasn't played at all. So
hey, I did.
No, I think you watched
Destiny 2.
Oh, no. I thought you just meant in general. I've never played Destiny.
No.
I was like, I have.
No, you've watched.
No, so Destiny 2 Beyond Light. And it's the newest DLC, into which I believe with this DLC, you're actually going to be able to play it on Game Pass.
Oh, okay.
So,
that's actually, I think you're right. I think that came out, I think that was talked about just a little bit during the Xbox thing.
Showcase.
The Xbox showcase. And I think I remember you saying that, and so did they. And that's actually really unique, considering it's a DLC, 1, and 2, being able to pick it up and use it on the Game Pass, which is that's just extremely unique in itself.
Yeah, it definitely is. So with Beyond Light, it looks like you get some type of like Arctic frost abilities between each of the characters. Actually, I don't even remember what the fuck. The only one I remember is a Titan, because that was the only one that I played as. I don't remember. I think it's Titan, Hunter, and something else. I can't remember what the third one is. But it looked pretty cool. But it's just that Destiny, I've just walked away from those types of games just because of the way that they do their DLCs. Because if you don't buy the DLC, so if you don't have Game Pass and you don't buy the DLC and you play like the original game, when you want to do strikes and raids and stuff like that, it won't let you because you don't have the ability to do everything that it has to offer. And look, man, it is a gripe that I've went ahead and said before, so I'm not going to dive deep into it again. But it's just something I really don't like about it.
No, that's fair.
Yeah, so that's going to be dropping middle of November, if my memory serves me. So the last one that we have, I
think we're all 3 of us are equally excited about this.
Hell yeah!
And having the extra gameplay that they just showed in this trailer, I think I saw it probably I saw it
before
like
me,
I saw it like last week.
Yeah,
when
I
when they
watched.
first came
I
out
watched
with it.
yesterday. So.
Yeah, so this what we're talking about is Ratchet and Clank Drift Apart.
Yes.
The new trailer
Is it? Well, hold on. Time out. I might have fucked that up. Is it Rift?
It's Rifts Apart, is it not?
Rifts Apart.
Well,
Yeah,
it doesn't
that
matter because
says
you didn't
Drift Apart.
Well, no, it says Drift
I
Apart.
just
That's 2
said
R's.
I
so we
fucked up.
drifting?
That says Drift.
I'm getting my car and drift apart.
Yeah, I think it's Ratchet and Clank Rifts Apart.
It is. So thanks, Wes.
Apologies.
It's okay, but it does look fantastic to get back.
What do you want from me?
I don't know.
What the fuck do you want from me?
Nothing.
Proper spelling,
Well, you're not going to get that, so I don't know what the fuck else you want from
or
me.
at least the correct word.
Yeah.
Look,
so
look,
Ratchet and
I
Clank
edit this enough to go ahead and make it sound good. That's the best you get from me.
Rift
Rift Apart.
Apart.
Yes.
actually looks it looks really awesome.
Looks like so
Showing
much fun.
showing the additional weapons that you get to use. Right.
Look like a
And the-
shotgun. And,
Yeah.
and like a
little auto pistol.
Yep.
Which actually when I was watching I wasn't quite okay. I wasn't quite 100% sure if you burned through ammunition
With that gun.
with that gun. It looked like it was like one of those kind of like it's the gun you're always going to have, infinite type of ammo sort of deal, which was pretty neat.
You know what's
Or
cool
is it
about a
just
game
me?
like this? No, you're right. What's cool about a game like this is with all the games that come out now, especially in 2020, we're always talking about like, oh man, this game looks like it has sick graphics, or oh that story's crazy, or oh dude, look at them. This is just one of those games where it's like it just looks fun.
Yeah.
It just looks like a lot of fun.
Yeah,
You know what
it's
I
just
mean?
like a run and gun, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's essentially what we said. So the way I looked at it was I'm almost guaranteed that this is the very first mission you play in the game.
The trailer that you watched.
Yes, the
Yeah,
the
I
trailer you
think you're
watched
100% right.
is actual gameplay. I mean from the very first mission. So you have to Dr. Nefarious. You got to deal with him. He has a rift gun. You mean to go ahead and blast into other dimensions?
Not a drift gun.
No, it's not a drift gun. It's a rift gun.
We ain't drifting today, boys.
No, we're not drifting today. I'm sorry. But with that gun, I mean, you shoot the gun that he has, and it just causes rifts in different dimensions just all over the place, and it's fucking everything up. I mean, but one of the neat things is that you get to go ahead and actually shoot one of your little
it's like a portal gun.
yeah,
basically.
Well, it looked like it had some
Like
some
like
type
a
of
tether?
rope, yeah. And then you get to go ahead and actually go to that area. I mean, it just
Yeah, that
takes
was
you
pretty
right
cool.
there.
That was really cool.
And another neat thing was anytime you see yourself in the dimension area, I mean where you see all the little dimensions all around you.
And you're floating down. And
Yeah,
whatnot.
that's actually a load screen.
Yeah, and it's fast.
Insanely fast.
It's
Stupid fast.
And that's one of the things that I know that we're all really excited for when it comes down to both these consoles, because both consoles are doing the same type of deal. You know what I mean? To where the load screens are going to be almost non-existent.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fantastic. It only took 150 years, but we're here now, and we can enjoy it. So I'm happy.
Yeah, so I mean, you got to see. So the stuff we got to see this time that we didn't see last time had to do with. You got to see the shotgun. You got to see a little more of the gameplay. You actually saw Nefarious, which
Yep.
you haven't seen before. But then they started jumping into stuff we've seen before. Like when you fall into the ship, and they're dealing with the Kraken, and then that's when Clank gets flown off and meets Lady Ratchet. I guess is better. Just I don't know what the hell her name is.
Yeah.
And I mean that's how that one ends. And I do want to preface this by saying that everything that we're talking about here is off of the CNET YouTube video that that we found that has to do with GamesCon 2020. I know there were many other trailers. This was a 4-day long thing. Every day was at least 3 hours.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I know there is much more content. This is just what we were able to get to you guys today. I do know that we are going to give another episode for more GamesCon stuff because there was a lot more trailers. There was some stuff that I watched today that looked really cool. There's a game called like Survival. It had to do with you literally are a sugar glider. And you get to actually like live that life and like fly from tree to tree, and you have to hunt bugs
You know what?
and all this other type of shit.
It needs to be in VR.
Oh, I remember when I went through that phase when I really wanted a sugar glider, and then I
Those
found
things are
out that
so
they'd be
neat.
like shitting in people's pockets all the time. So I'm like,
Yeah,
maybe
they're still
I'll
cool
pass.
though.
Yeah. No, you go in to reach for like a tissue and you get like, oh look, I got poo poo.
Wipe my
Poop.
face with sugar shit.
Poo poo on the tissue.
So out of everything that we saw, what do you guys think?
I like it. What was your favorite that you saw? Give me a top 3. You don't have to rank them in order. What are you most excited about?
Unknown 9.
Yeah,
Really?
me too.
Cool. Yeah.
Me too.
Unknown 9 gave me
For
something
sure.
I was never expecting. It would either be that or it would be Outriders, because Outriders looked really cool just because I have no idea what the fuck that game was about.
Same for you.
Pretty much, except the only thing is the Ratchet and Clank. I'm still
Yeah.
super. I mean, I get it's more mainstream, but I'm still so excited about that game, hands down.
And every opportunity they've had, they give us Ratchet and Clank. You know what I mean?
Absolutely, they
They
do.
just keep on just throwing it to us.
And not only do they give us that, but they always give you. It seems like they're giving us more.
Yeah.
On the actual gameplay itself,
Yes.
which is awesome.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm gonna keep that one separate for me because as excited as I am, the fact that I saw it already, I was already super excited.
That's fair.
So I'm gonna keep that separate. But for me, I'm super excited for Black Ops 2 Cold War because I know how that campaign is gonna be. I know it's gonna be incredible. I'm excited for that.
That is interesting.
Little Nightmares 2 for sure.
Yeah, that one definitely had you.
Yeah.
And out of the Star Wars games, I might be more excited for the Skywalker Saga than I am for Squadron.
I feel like
Hell
Squadron's
yeah.
a sick concept, so I think it could be really good.
But it's that multiplayer online thing that basically never ends. You know what I mean? To where that with Lego, you know what I mean, the Skywalker Saga.
And depending on what route you go, like for me, like I said, I'm going the Switch, so it literally becomes an amazing mobile saga.
Yes.
It's a poop game, bro.
It's
Straight up.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying.
Straight up. Poop games are
2 hours later, your wife's like, Andrew, I'm still shitting. Leave me alone, woman. Can you bring me some water? My legs are cramping.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Alex actually plays the Switch more now off the TV than she does on.
'Cause
She'll go outside in the morning before work and she'll have it out on the.
Bro, it's
she's
having
killing the Animal Crossing game.
having that availability to you to just take it
It's
where
awesome.
you want. It's just amazing.
I mean, like, I do the same thing. You know what I mean, if I'm upstairs and hanging out with, you know what I mean, Jess, you know what I mean, like, she's watching TV,
Right.
I'll grab the Switch and I'll just start fucking around with, you know, other games
so
I'm messing
good.
around with.
It's so good.
Yeah. But that's everything we were able to see so far from GamesCon. Like Wes said, we'll come out. I would assume the next episode we do.
Next
So
episode,
don't
we could easily do that. Yeah. Kind of
We'll-
give you guys a part 2.
bust out what's left, so that way you have a break from us.
All right. So now since we got finished with that, let's jump into what looks like it's going to be a little bit of a heftiness right here. Let's give everybody some news. Here's what we have in news right now. Nintendo had their new Direct.
Yes, they did.
They popped, and it all has to do with the 35th anniversary of Super Mario Bros.
That's 35 years. Holy moly.
That's fucking wild.
It's older than us. Is it
everyone's
older than you?
Nope, I turned 35 this year.
Oh shit, it's older than us.
He's the same age. Yeah.
I'm fine with that.
Fair.
So what they did was they announced that the Super Mario 3D All-Stars, which has the optimized versions of Super Mario 64, Super Mario Sunshine, Mario Galaxy, Super Mario 3D World, and Bowser's Fury, is coming to the Nintendo Switch, and I believe that's for the emulator, right? Isn't that what you said?
No. That was a separate thing.
Oh, okay.
No, because the emulator that they have on there, they have an NES emulator and they have a Super NES emulator. So the one that came out just now, well, I don't know when it came out, but I just loaded it on mine the other day, was Super Mario All-Stars came out, which gives you Super Mario Brothers 1, 2, 3, Lost Levels, and actually I think that's it. And Super Mario World.
Okay. Yeah, so this whole thing that's coming out with the 3D World Bowser's Fury is going to be out February 21st, 2021, and you can already not.
Oh, that's my birthday.
You can't tell me that you can't tell me that you did not get happy just hearing that old school Super Mario 64 music and to know that you're about to be able to play that game again.
Well, see, the funny thing about it is that didn't phase me because I never had a 64. I never had an N64.
Did you never play that game ever?
I don't know if I did or not.
Well,
Oh,
he's about to.
about to learn, son. You about to learn, son.
You're about to.
So
good.
And actually, just to backtrack, so the one that is going to be released on September 18th is the Super Mario 3D All Stars, and that one includes like I said before, the Mario 64, the Sunshine, and Super Mario Galaxy.
Yes.
And that one you can already pre-order right now for $60, basically everywhere you can find it.
And you're getting multiple games for that $60.
Yeah,
So
you're getting 3 games.
it's worth it. You're getting games that you spent. I don't remember really what games were back in the day because I didn't buy them, but
39? 49? I think that's
I really don't know, but
that
you probably
sounds about right.
those 3 games. Well, Galaxy and Sunshine I would have bought probably. So you're probably talking about at the very least $100 worth of games.
Yeah.
$60.
So there's also a really cool one they did with Direct, and this one kind of threw me off. So you know how with when we all played Pokemon Go, you had that AR. You mean
Yeah.
to where like obviously augmented reality. I mean your world is part of it. Yeah. So Mario Kart is doing the same thing. It's called Mario Kart Live Home Circuit.
Yes, dude. Hell yeah.
That's pretty cool.
So it lets you to be able to race through your own home, and the physical cart responds to the boost in game and stops when you hit an item. So players can create a custom course in their house.
I don't have to actually run around my house, do I?
I have no idea.
Maybe.
I mean, I'll body check the shit out of everyone in my house if I have to.
Bet. Sign me up.
You actually got to throw shit. If you want to throw a red shot, I'm going to launch a pillow at my wife.
Ooh,
I said pillow.
she'd still kill you.
Yeah, she would.
Oh my god, yeah.
No, she'd just throw a pillow back, probably.
So another one that we have is Super Mario Bros. 35, the Mario Battle Royale. Yeah, so it is a competitive online battle game that will challenge players with being the last Mario standing. Enemies that are defeated will be sent to other players' courses and vice versa, and there are special items around the maps that will hinder your opponents. So this one drops the beginning of October for Nintendo Switch Online members, and then if you don't have Nintendo Switch Online, it'll be playable... Oh, no, sorry, messed that up. So Super Mario 35 will be released as a digital-only game exclusive for Nintendo Switch Online members on October 1st, 2020. Nintendo has also stated it will only be playable until March 31st, 2021. So you only have 5 months with this game.
Interesting.
So you only have 5 months to go ahead and play this Battle Royale.
That's very
to where
interesting.
everybody is Mario, whatever.
Whatever you happen to call this person.
You know, the little Italian plumber with a mustache.
Yeah, that guy.
Yeah, that guy.
That's kind of like
What was
me.
he? Jumpman? What was that original name for him?
Jumpman. Jumpman.
So I thought that was pretty neat. Let's see what else we have. We have something that I thought Andy would be very excited for, seeing how he's... Actually, Anthony too, because Anthony's played some of these games.
Correct.
So Shenmue has announced that they're doing an anime for Crunchyroll and Adult Swim.
So awesome.
They
I'm the only
have
one
to
out of
be
the three of us that watched
very
this.
careful who they cast for these things.
You're not wrong.
So it will be a 13-episode series that is
Ooh.
based upon the video game franchise where the protagonist, Ryo,
Games one,
Rio?
1, 2, and 3, or
That's
1
what I was
and
wondering because
2?
I didn't actually read. So does
If
that?
it's a 13, so here's my thing. This is what I would do. This is just me personally, but if it's going to be 13 episodes, I would take those 13 episodes, and here is your first, the first video game.
oh yeah,
3
absolutely.
seasons.
Because there's so.
It's going to be 3 seasons.
No. But what you're saying is basically make it 3
Well,
seasons.
Yeah,
make it
make it
one
3
season.
seasons. Make it 3 seasons. Each season is a video game.
Yeah, because you didn't play it as long as I did, but there is
Correct.
so much to cover.
Correct.
Easily that you could run a whole season per one game.
You could do a full episode of arm wrestling at the docks.
Basically.
All right, so
Yeah,
it is when Ryo sets out to get revenge for his father's murder. The beloved Sega video game series became a cult classic for its slice of life storytelling and
Yep.
fleshed out world.
Yep.
Which is something you guys have said multiple times.
Yep. I'm just
Okay.
gonna go play it now.
The
Like, I'm
game's
gonna go home and
creator,
play.
the game's creator is actually going to serve as executive producer as well.
Oh,
Yeah,
now that's
yeah,
cool.
so you have, you have some good stuff coming
Yeah,
from that. Then
that's cool.
that's essentially having what's his face being a part of Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Nope. Never watched it.
Good show.
Sorry, everybody.
Me either. I do plan on it at some point. I know I don't have anything against it. I didn't not do it on purpose. It just
Yeah.
I'm not a big show guy, but I'm assuming it's gonna be one of those things that once I watch it, I'm gonna like it.
Oh, nice. So the director of season 2 of One Punch Man is going to be the director of this series.
Oh, you serious?
Yeah,
That's pretty dope.
Oh, you don't even know who that is. Have you even seen One Punch Man?
I actually wasn't.
I have it. I have it saved on Hulu, and
Watch it.
and I do plan on watching it.
Watch it. So good. Absolutely a fantastic anime. I am also the only one out of the three of us that actually watch any of the anime.
That is true.
But that right there is an awesome slice of news.
You would have a blast talking with Adrian from Unknown Games Podcast. 'Cause-
Probably.
Yeah, because obviously being in Japan, you mean like anime and all that
Stop.
stuff. is
Look, my life, my life goal. Okay, long-term life goal is to visit Japan and just kind of embrace the culture.
Oh, he and I have talked about that.
And hopefully one day I'll have the opportunity to do so. But who knows?
Yeah. So one of the last news articles I have is next week. Well, actually, the same week that this airs, on September 10th, we're going to have the latest Ubisoft Forward coming to us.
Okay.
So we are going to have a kickoff for us 12 p.m. Pacific. So that's 3 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for us.
Okay.
And that's going to be on September 10th. And I am insanely stoked about it. There isn't don't see anything in particular that are like, okay, these are main things that are coming out. But obviously, you're going to see stuff for like Watchdog Legion. You're going to see like Valhalla.
Just give me more gameplay and more details on the games that are coming out.
Yes,
I will be excited.
I want more gameplay. I want something else than what we've already seen.
For sure, absolutely. Anytime you see this kind of stuff, if they're not gonna involve new content for new games that they're releasing, give us new content and gameplay for what you have already given us.
So the teams that will be giving us updates for this are going to be the Division 2,
okay,
For Honor, Ghost Recon Breakpoint, and Roller Champions. Those are ones guaranteed slated to give us updates.
The Division 2. I wonder if they're coming out with another DLC.
That's what I'm guessing, yeah.
Because that's been out for a while.
That would be fucking sick.
And then
Still
looks like we will also get updates on Rainbow Six Siege, Watchdog Legion, Hyperscape, as well as Immortals Phoenix Rising, which is that Gods and Monster game.
Yep.
Yeah, I mean, they changed the name of it to Immortals Phoenix Rising.
Okay.
And then other yet-to-be-revealed surprises are also in the lineup.
Sign me up, babe. Let's go.
Which apparently some of that has to do with deep dives into 2 unreleased games after the main show.
Beautiful.
So let's fucking go.
Let's go.
I'm game with it. So the last thing I have is something that just kind of, man, I'm obviously something that's hit the world, you know what I mean, over the last week when it comes down to like just pop culture.
Okay.
So Chadwick Boseman lost
yeah.
his fight with colon cancer at the age of 43. You know what I mean, he died last Friday, actually.
Yep.
You know what I mean? I first found out about it when I was streaming. Actually, after I got done streaming Freaky Friday, I found out about it. And obviously, a lot of people know Chadwick Boseman for his roles that he's played, just taking on very iconic people. I mean, he's been obviously T'Challa, I mean, for Black Panther for the MCU, but he's also been Jackie Robinson,
hands down.
Thurgood Marshall. He's been James Brown.
Yep.
Like, dude, he's
had a run.
He's had
an incredible run.
Amazing.
He's
run.
had a run, and I can't even imagine what more he'd have done.
And like, so, dude, he did all of this. He did most of his movies while fighting colon cancer.
Yep. Yeah, like
dude,
while being having chemo treatments.
Chemo and operations. I mean, surgeries, like, dude, all of it.
And told nobody.
Nah.
Outside of his core group of people that knew him,
exactly.
his family.
Yeah.
But the nice thing is he got to do it on his own terms.
Absolutely.
He didn't do it. The way I look at it is paparazzi or whomever, big name companies and shit like that didn't find out, so he got to do it on his own terms. It sucks that he passed away, and I'm very, very, very sad for his family and him, because he was so young, and he had such an amazing life ahead of him.
Yeah.
But again, he got to enjoy the rest of his life on his own terms.
Yes.
Without people prying. So that's kind of a nicer thing.
Yeah. It does suck to see, and I know I posted about this, how it just shows you how shallow and stupid people are.
Absolutely.
And how everyone
everyone
always assumes that they just know what somebody's going through. So how many people picked him apart, thought he was on like drugs and shit like that because of how he looked when he came out of a convenience store, because you lose weight when you're battling these cancers.
But the sad thing is this is the world we live in today.
Yeah.
So the main reason I wanted to talk about this has to do, because it does have to do with video games. So obviously he played as T'Challa, so he played as Black Panther. Fortnite is currently running a Marvel crossover thing, to where you can play as certain Marvel characters in the game. And one of the things they did was at the top of one of the mountains you have a Black Panther. So you remember in the movies? One of the stone Black Panthers that would kind of like look over Wakanda.
Yes.
That's what you have on top of one of these mountains.
Oh, that's really cool.
And then when you get up there, you can start hearing, the music of, the MCU movie.
Oh, that's so cool.
And so Fortnite was planning this way before anything happened with Chadwick, but it is really neat to go ahead and see. You know what I mean?
Yeah, absolutely.
And look, man, between that and just within my own personal life, I was very scared for a moment to go ahead and think that somebody in my life had COVID. So it would I've had a lot of weird shit go on in my head the last week and a half, man. And never be afraid to say you love somebody, man. Never be afraid to go ahead and just tell your family, your friends you love them, tell them you appreciate them.
Hell
really.
Yeah, absolutely, 100%.
Dude, you two guys, you're my brothers.
We
man.
love you too.
You guys know I love you, man.
I was I'm waiting for him to tell me he loves me.
Yeah, I know.
Look, man, I'm doing this at the same time as trying to go ahead and make sure I keep my shit together. You know what I mean? Just
fair.
It's been tough, man.
If I see a tear,
I heard that, dude.
I did too.
It's like he was about to start cracking.
I was gonna just let that fly, but Wes picked up on it quicker than I did, so I was like,
Well, the reason why is because he said, "Damn it!" I saw his face.
One time he was gonna let it fly, and you gotta say some shit.
Yeah, normally,
Nah, but just do yourself a favor. I mean, everybody who's listening to this, just
always take the time to reach out to somebody. And I'm right there with you, Wes. Reach out to somebody if you haven't seen or talked to them in a while. Do it. Reach out to them. See how they're doing.
I mean, especially right now. Just with everybody still quarantining. Everybody in their houses. You never know.
But even that, all the shit that's just going on.
Check on people.
Check on your people. Take the time out of your day to check on your people, yourself, your friends, your family. Make sure you always check on them because you don't know what they're going through. It could be worse than what you're going through. And at the end of the day, if you had the opportunity to say something to somebody to help them, or maybe at least say goodbye, take that time and do it.
Because you know you'd want to. You know you'd rather have it that way than the latter.
It always sucks that it seems to take for one of these things to happen for people to remember that. You know what I mean?
Yeah, and
it's definitely not anything that's discussed enough, but
absolutely.
You hit the nail on the head on that one.
Yeah, so look, I apologize for kind of knocking us down a peg with the with the emotion in here, but yeah, man, definitely just tell everybody you love, man. Tell them you appreciate them. Time to bring it back up. So the last thing we have in news is Andy got the privilege of being able to fuck around with NHL 21.
Yeah, the closed technical test. I actually do believe that if you get on it early enough and you send in your email and all that stuff, like you'll be able to. Like, I just don't know that any of the other times that I actually send in my information early enough to be able to get
last minute.
Probably.
Well, it's funny.
This is a last minute attempt. I'm gonna try.
Well, this time I was on it. Or the first day I heard about it, I was like, "Get me in there."
Well, it's funny because okay, so you had to submit in order to be a part of it, right?
Yes, absolutely. Okay, because I did submit and I didn't get it.
Okay.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
Damn.
No.
Well, no, because
I think I was
there are
minute.
people that didn't get codes, so yeah.
Because I know like last year was 76. You know what I mean? I was part of their. I was part of their beta test.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. This is a little different because the beta goes out to everybody, even if the beta was already out.
I played
pre-beta.
I played like the first 3 hours of Fallout 76 like 4 times.
Yeah. This is
because of every time that I've been able to had access to.
This is pre-beta, so they can get feedback from consumers to have hopefully fix this bullshit.
Dude, it was. But when I did the one thing I did with Bethesda, it was the same thing.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
That's fucking awesome.
Yeah, out of all of our people, I was the only one that was able to go ahead and get it, so I was pretty stoked.
Yeah,
but yeah, dude, tell us about it.
Before I jump into some of the new features that they started to roll out, like hands-on at first. Graphics-wise, obviously, you don't really notice much of anything different. Like, if you were coming in and you were watching me play until I busted out a new move, you would just assume I was playing NHL 20. Because the only 2 modes they allow you to mess around with is World of Chell and online versus, so there's no HUT, there's no Be a Pro or anything like that. I'm assuming because they're still putting the final touches on Be a Pro and stuff like that. But as far as before I even get into how it feels, I went into the creation mode to make my guy for World of Chell, and it was one of those things where they actually added stuff in that I had no idea about. When I was going, like normally you go in, you make your guy, you do eye color, hair color, all that. Now they have sliders that go from 0 to 100. You can literally create your own individual skating style. Literally, not just like the thing where you select from like 4 different presets or something.
So you could be a bull in a china shop like me.
You can literally pick, and there's like 9 or 10 different things you can change, even just from like how far individually each of your arms swing when you go, how like vertical you are when you skate, or if you're more of like a hunched over skater, how big or small your strides are, and the whole thing, start to finish. You can do it. I was like, oh damn, I wasn't expecting that. It was so deep, I didn't even finish it. I was like, shit, I just want to play. So I like knowing that I can do this, and I'm going to do it as soon as it comes out. So you can actually make a guy look like you. You know what I mean? You have different style. You can pick different styles for how you shoot one-timers, how you shoot slappers, how you shoot so the customization got a little deeper.
I like that. That's already good news.
Which is dope. As far as how it feels when you play, the only thing that's really annoying about the closed technical test is that how normally when you play your gamer tag is like underneath your guy.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Your gamer tag, like my Scooby Swag gamer tag is pretty big, and it's almost kind of like when you watch DVDs and the Blu-ray thing bounces around the screen. It does that the whole time you're playing. That's how early this beta thing is.
Wow.
Like you see your gamer tag, it's pretty transparent, so when you're playing long enough, you don't totally notice it, but it's literally bouncing around the screen the entire time you're playing.
My eyes are always on a swivel. You know what I mean? When I'm playing games, so that would fuck me up so bad.
I was like, God, I'm really not a fan of this. I was like, I'm not gonna kill it because I know this isn't gonna be here when the game comes out. So fine, but. Skating and everything is way more smooth. I love, probably my favorite move was the addition of being able to quickly, and they didn't make the controls difficult either. It's not like they added these moves and you have to do like 4 different button combinations to do it. They're pretty easy, but being able to, in stride, chip the puck off the boards to yourself was great. And as you do it, you can also add in turning your body sideways to do it. So it's not like you just chip the puck and go around. You can chip and stay in between. So you can actually, when guys seal you off the wall, you can avoid that.
No.
If you time
Damn.
it right. So that was nice.
Damn.
That was nice, being able to actually like chip the puck up in the air off to yourself and jump around somebody was sick. I have not been able to pull off the Michigan. I haven't even gotten the puck off the ice yet. I can get my stick down to do it, but it's tough. I assume that's going to be easier when you're playing Chell and the camera actually, if you play on the camera I do where it follows around you, it's going to be easier. Because your thumb will be like doing what you'd feel like it should do if you were in that
It'll
mode.
be flowing the right way.
Yeah, where everything, it kind of, even with always up, it seemed a little backwards for me trying to do it. So like I can get my hand down there, but I'm like, I can't get my guy to scoop it up. So that I'm still working on. But some of the features that they rolled out are pretty fucking cool. So like when we're playing Chell, World of Chell, if you're a goalie, like we used to do, say you and I go back and forth and we're a goalie, we get a delayed penalty or anything like that, and you know we pull our goalie, you control the guy that comes off the bench, so you get to control the extra, you
that's
get to
fucking
yeah.
cool.
You get to control the extra attacker now, so that's dope.
That's sweet.
Yep.
Instead of just sitting on the bench,
Wasn't that
just
something
watching.
you and I talked about years ago, though?
Yeah.
Like we talked
Yeah.
about, like when we pull like playing as a goalie, when we pull ourselves off, we should have,
Yeah.
instead of sitting on the bench watching, we should have the option to play out on the ice with you.
Yeah, now I don't know. I would assume it would, and I
Oh.
hope it does. I don't know that extends to be a pro. I imagine it will, but I know for a fact that it's in World of Chell, which is dope. They
is
also,
amazing.
what else was there? We talked about this before. They finally brought back practice mode that they took out, so you can take your club, you know, your guy from your club. You can do scrimmage, open practice if you just want to have your guys, you know, fire on you, whatever. They brought that back, which is sick. They're bringing back that now instead of once. Well, not bringing back. It's kind of a little new. The World of Chell seasons that they're doing now. You have 6 seasons between 6 and 8 weeks total, and during the season you can increase your personal, your skill rank, and during the final 2-3 weeks of the season, club finals begin, which is their new take on the EA SHL playoffs. Once the season closes, they'll take several days to audit the leaderboards for accuracy, and then they'll give out like the end of season awards. They've also brought back there'll be banners again. So you win a Chell. Remember how you won a Chell championship? Your banner would be up in your arena.
Yes.
That's finally back.
Oh my God. See,
So,
and that's
it's stuff that never should have been taken out anyway. But
Right.
I'm glad it's back. They've corrected that at the very least.
Oh my God, I'm so excited. This needs a October. I'm pretty
Yep.
sure. Doesn't the
October.
game October? But I think they have an actual release date now.
I think
was it the 6th or the 16th? I think.
I believe
There's a
it's the
6 in there.
I think it'd be the 16th, but I'm not sure.
But I'm super excited. Sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you like
straight.
that.
Player rank now it's kind of like the next evolution of the competitive rating.
Right.
Your player rank reflects your skills on the ice, and there's separate ranks for each mode. You reach level 10 to participate in player rank, and then you get you play through required placement games that determine your initial rank. There's 6 tiers: bronze, silver, gold, platinum, diamond, and elite, which each have 3 levels of ranks to progress for a total of 18.
So, but do you think they revised that? Because you know how many times we've like played dudes who were like, let's say you and I, when we were in that, we still are, but let's say we were in like the mid to high 700s, and we would play guys that were in the 5s, and you're like, this should not be a matchup we're playing, and we would smoke them.
Yeah,
Right. Hopefully they revised that.
I would hope they did that
little issue.
Yeah, I would hope they did that
because we ran into that a lot.
We did. Yeah. So also club finals, the way they're running the club final championships now, during the last 2-3 weeks of the season, all clubs participate in the championships, which are held at a new outdoor rink in Carter Lake out front of the hotel that everybody stays at.
That's badass.
So yeah, the release date on this game is October 16th.
I thought so. So excited. I just can't find it. Sorry.
And they actually
I don't know the rest of
have
the song.
each Eshel championship now is like it's a different presentation and a different cup. So the more prestige, the higher the division you're in, the more prestigious the cup you'll be able to compete for. So only the most talented and gritty teams will be able to lift the Elite Cup, which is basically the World of Chell's Stanley Cup, basically.
We gonna get there.
Yeah, I mean, you right. So I talked about the club scrimmage open practice. And
I mean, look,
free
for the
skates.
month that you guys are going to be playing on the PlayStation 4, I will get this game.
Good. I want you to play with us, bro.
For the PlayStation 4.
Well, I'm going to get the digital version, so that way when I do eventually get a 5, it'll
it doesn't matter. Even if we're playing on the PlayStation 5, you'll still probably be able to throw down with us.
Well, if that's the case, then let's fucking go.
Because it's the PlayStation Network that you're going to be playing through, so
True.
I'm pretty sure you would still... Now, I don't hold me to this, for Christ's sake, but I know
plan on it, but go
I know
ahead.
for a fact that... Yeah, I know you will. But I know for a fact that if you would like to play this game on the PlayStation 5, it is playable on the PlayStation 5. They are not releasing it, and they're not releasing an additional title for the PlayStation 5 or the new Xbox Series X.
Series X.
Yeah.
But however, the game is playable. So, and I did read this. If you get the digital copy, you can play it on the PlayStation 4. If and when you do get your PlayStation 5,
Just ports over.
It ports over. You can play it on there with no issues whatsoever. Yes. And that's that simple. So that's the route that I think most of us, at least in this room, are going to be going.
It's just the fact that you're not. I believe you're not really going to get the full. The full PS5 run. With the haptic feedback and
The
all that.
thing
other type of
is you're
shit
not.
like that.
You won't. But I think they're doing this in the reason that if you look at a lot of the stuff that Andy's been reading off, it's a lot of the newer stuff.
Mm-hmm.
They're adding this into the game now, so when the time comes for them to release 2022, one, it's already in the game. Two, they can improve on what the graphics look like and how much smoother they can then get the game to play, which I'm super excited about. But what I was going to say is I'm pretty sure you're going to be able to play this game on the PlayStation 4 and play with others that are playing on the PlayStation Network with people that are playing on the PlayStation 5.
Well,
I don't see why you wouldn't be able
Look,
to.
I'm already putting it out right here, right now. I will get a digital copy of NHL 21 for the PlayStation.
All right,
Sick.
mark that.
I'm marking that
at
down.
13:48 on 5 September 2020. If he doesn't get it, you're going to hear about it,
Or for
folks.
layman's, September 5th, 2020, 1:48 p.m.
Okay, fair.
Yes.
That's
Now,
fair.
just to end this, some of what actually makes me the most excited is they've gone deeper into stats. So this is actually, I think, going to be good for a playstyle like yours or anyone that plays like you, because now they're gonna break stuff down that doesn't always show up in the stat sheet, which is nice. So, well, for one, now, like Anthony and I do this thing a lot. Well, I do it mostly for us when we play recent games.
Yeah,
if we beat the shit out of someone or if we lose someone, I'll go into our recent games and I'll see what they're all about. Now, when you dive into recent games, you can actually dig deeper into their stats and all the players that played in that game to see what they actually did in that game. So now, like, if we go back and look, all we can see is the score in the game that we played. Now I can click into that, see which of those guys scored, what their stats were in that game, so it holds more stats. But now they've also added new stat categories. So you know what they have now: goals, assists, points, power play goals, stuff like that. Now, like I said, they show off the stuff that even if you don't show up on the stat sheet, it's the shit that's important. And so the new stat categories that they have: passes, pass attempts, pass percentage,
Accuracy,
shot attempts, shot on net percentage, interceptions, penalties drawn, saucer passes, penalty kill zone clears. So how many times you clear the zone on
that's
penalty
so
kills.
That is cool. I love that.
Deflections, offsides per game, hits per game, penalty shot goals, attempts percentage, breakaway goals, and breakaway percentage. So they're adding in that stuff that you wouldn't normally see.
That
so now,
is
after
so
the game,
cool.
be like, bro, you were offsides 14 times. Can you get this shit together? You know what I mean?
which is the shit we say to each other anyway.
Oh, yeah, we always hold each other accountable.
But yeah, so now there's also a way. We've all done this shit before, and I know a lot of times we're telling the truth. I know a lot of times we're lying. When someone goes in and they go to shoot and you had someone to pass and it's like, dude, I tried to pass, but I couldn't. Now you're going to see that shit because pass attempts is a category. So now I'm going to go back and look, be like, bro, there's at least 3 times you said you tried to pass me, but this game said you didn't pass me 1 time. So it's dope that they're going.
I don't care what the game says. I know what I saw.
I know what I did.
I know what I did. I hit the button. They just didn't register it.
Right.
But
That's legit though.
yeah,
man.
it's
Oh, man.
yeah,
you
it's-
just made me such a happy person.
yeah, it's looking like it's gonna be.
Super excited about this game.
It's looking like it's going to be a lot more fun, and I'm excited to see where it goes. I'm excited because the next big thing that they'll really be releasing, I'm assuming, is the gameplay trailer and the in-depth Be a Pro.
Just give me
Because
the
that's
beta.
what I want to know.
I
really
want
wanna
the
know.
beta.
You'll get. Well, actually, I don't know that there's going to be a beta. I'm assuming once
You know
the
what?
closed technical test
Probably
is
not,
over,
'cause
they're
it
just
comes
gonna
out
roll
next-
We're
Yeah.
like 6 weeks away.
It comes out next week.
They're just going to roll out the game. So
Next week, next month. Don't give me that face, Wes. I know what I meant to say.
I mean, if you pop.
I
on
know what
Monday
you
to help
meant.
out,
I
you can
just-
mess around with it for a little bit if you want.
I know what you meant. It's not what you said. So that's why
I said
he said next week.
I'm an idiot. I said next week, and Wes is like,
They've
fuck you saying?
Also, I forgot to say they've gotten rid of. We never exploited it, but it makes sense now. You know how we went against those guys? It seemed like they literally could just chug the entire game, no problem.
Yep.
There was a badge apparently called Marathon Man, I think, which I'm assuming had something to do with endurance or something like that.
I had it.
But for you there's none anymore. There's no Marathon Man anymore. They've reworked different ones in there, so that way people can't just like
a chug-a-lug.
never get tired.
Yeah. People are going to find a way
if
to
that's
exploit.
what that was.
Which is
in any
what
game,
always happens
to
in this
exploit.
game.
Yeah, the best thing you have to do is find a way to have a game to where even if people exploit it, it's still not
even.
Yeah, there's really nothing like. It's not like it is now. The only goal that could come close to being exploited, which I still do sometimes, is when you're cutting across the hash marks.
He gives him that
and
cheese.
that top cheese far side, but it's nowhere like it was a couple years ago where that was literally automatic every time.
Yeah.
They now either like your dude is just wildly inaccurate.
I would like to see a new play class in Eshel.
That
like a dangling sniper.
That'd be cool.
You know, like Patty Kane.
Well, they do.
And,
they do because I noticed also that they have like when I was looking at the defenseman. You know how they have like one.
Do tell.
You know how they have like offensive defenseman and two-way
defenseman. Hello, I have an offensive defenseman.
Offensive defenseman, two-way defenseman, and now they have like puck moving defenseman. They have They had that in 2020. They had puck moving.
Yep.
Are you sure it wasn't just offensive?
100%.
Okay. Well, maybe they're not new then.
That would be much more of my style, I think.
Yeah.
What, puck moving defenseman?
Yeah.
I mean,
essentially, a defenseman that's a playmaker. So.
Probably.
Yeah, I mean, if we have to get in depth and me prove you wrong,
no, I believe
we can play Chell later.
I believe you. No, I believe you. I believe you. I didn't know that was a thing.
Because before I went to a dangle, I was like, bro, what do you think if I was like a really tiny puck moving defenseman? You're like, no, don't do it. I was like, oh, all right, fine. Fuck, I won't. Fuck me, right? Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, as far as my little bit of hands-on experience, that's what I got so far. I'm very, very optimistic.
All right, I like that.
I
like the way that sounds.
I like that as well. Now, question for this beta or this pre-beta testing, you have to report back and basically say, hey, this, and this, like X, Y, and Z sort of thing.
Do I have to? No, it'd be dumb not to though, because I'm not gonna get the changes and whatnot and what works in the game if I don't tell them this.
Right, but
the idea is for people to report back.
Awesome.
What makes
they
sense,
like, what they don't like.
Perfect.
What
That's
sense
good.
does it make to go ahead and have? I mean, to do this and not give the feedback if you have the privilege to do it?
Because that's the difference. Because that's the difference between a closed technical test and a beta. The game is basically already almost done. They're just giving you an early look before they clean up little things graphically and stuff like that. This pre-beta test, like they want to know what do you like, what don't you like, stuff that we can take out, stuff that we can improve on, because we still have a month to go that we can change certain things before see if there are any glitches, any cheese that's taken away from the game and stuff like that.
I gotcha.
So yeah, you'd be stupid to not report back. I hope that everyone that gets it does report back.
See, it's funny. One of the things that I would actually like to see with what you're doing is, if they would have given that to a lot of the guys who have probably scored the most goals in the game, those are probably the guys who probably exploited a lot of the fucked up shit with scoring goals, to which I would like to see what they do.
Oh yeah, all the big boys that I follow, they all have it.
But I'm saying though, that way NHL could see that and go, okay, let's make sure we can't make every goal doesn't always go in by having this particular operation always happen.
Well, a lot of times what'll happen is when the game releases, there's going to be some kind of glitch goal. And a lot of times over the first month or
glitch goal was the word I was trying to figure out.
Over the first month or so, usually you see EA come out with a whole bunch of patches to fix,
to at least try
and fix whatever issues that goal creates. Let's put.
Yeah, and it's good that they do that, because really what kind of sucks is that since the game is technically meant to be played 6v6 with if you're playing 6v6, there are no glitch goals because there's no AI to take advantage of. You're playing human players.
That's true.
So I like that they hopefully at least continue trying to cater to the people that don't have 6 or 5 other people to play the game with them.
Hey,
you know what I mean?
Can you tell EA to please fix the AI on the defense? And I'm
sure they will.
I hope they learning how to shoot top cheddar sometimes every once in a while.
I'm sorry. Can we break that down just a little bit more? And before they shoot top cheddar, can we just have them shoot?
Yeah.
That'd be cool.
Well, no, not shoot, because they shoot when you call for it like a gajillion times. But it's a mile wide either side.
Yeah. Do they at least shift change at the right times, or is that still fucked up too?
No. Shift. Well, there is no shift changing in Chell.
I'm talking Chell right now. So now, but the thing is,
Be a Pro works a lot better.
Be a Pro in franchise mode, if you lock in as a player, fucking amazing.
Yeah.
AI is great.
Yeah.
Line changes are great.
I've played these games as a defenseman, and you get fucked a lot when you go ahead. I mean, when you do a shift change. I mean, like with Be a Pro, because you'll jump in, then you're already way screwed on.
Yeah, that used to be one of the things Mike used to hate all the time. Even as a forward, all of a sudden you're coming out on the ice, and for whatever reason the play is already in your zone. You're like, who the hell is putting me in this position right now? But no, in Chell,
yeah, that's the point I'm trying to make.
It almost seemed like it went even more backwards this
Yeah,
year. Unless a guy's
digressed.
unless a guy's on a just the AI in general, because unless a guy's on a breakaway or whatever, they will not shoot unless you tell them to. They will just pass back and forth, and he'll be in front of the net just standing there. I'll be in front of the net just standing there. They will not shoot. There's something broken in the code that unless you tell them to, they will not shoot.
Yep.
Which is really stupid because you spend all your... And what's also extra stupid is that the same button that you have to use to call for them to shoot is also the poke check button. So if you're skating somewhere and you're calling for them to shoot, sometimes your guy will poke, trip somebody, you get a penalty.
Yeah.
It makes zero sense. And I know that technically they want more people to play that game to where like you can't like it's all real people that should just be shooting, but not everyone plays that way. But Be a Pro, they shoot, they make sick passes, you cut to the net, they'll find you.
They dangle people, you're
stuff
like
that.
What the fuck?
Like even if they miss, I'm like, well fuck, at least they tried.
Yep.
You know what I mean? Everything now that we know it's the first time that they really add something that it's always the worst. So like those passes off the boards, now that you can pass off the boards, every time you're streaking, the computer tries to pass to you off the boards, even if they don't have to.
Oh yeah, I know.
So yeah, if they clean little stuff like that up, which it seemed from what I've played so far, everything seemed fine. I mean, I'm excited about where it's going. They're at least making strides.
I'm excited.
So? They're at least making strides.
6 weeks out.
Let's go. Boys. I mean, I'll be getting it.
Let's fucking go. And like I said, I'm getting it too.
Cool. You'll be part of the CGC crew right from the start.
Fucking right.
Right from the start.
So, it's probably been 3 weeks since we've given people all the information of the games that we've actually been throwing down on.
Oh.
So, Anthony, Andy, we need to tell them what we are playing.
Yeah,
and I'll say something too.
Actually,
you start. I mean, someone other than me, since I just talked for a while.
Ready? Check it out. I'll start.
Nothing.
All right, go ahead, Andy.
Well, outside of playing the technical test, which makes me happy because knowing what they're doing or what they're trying to do with Be a Pro leads me to believe that next year's game is going to be a game that I'm going to want to play a lot more. But since NHL 20, it's pretty monotonous and it's just game in, game out. There's really nothing else to keep you playing. I've been playing a shitload of NBA 2K.
Oh, yeah, that's right.
That's right.
A shitload. I'm far more into it now, and it's just so much fun. I just got a contract with Gatorade.
Nice.
I'm working on my next endorsement. It actually makes you sweat a little bit because when it comes to endorsement time, you actually have to go through contract negotiations. They give you what they'll give you per event, what they'll get. It goes at so what you'll get per event, how many events they want you to attend, and the amount of percentage off they'll give you of their gear.
You know,
so
I
like
have that goddamn game downloaded. I have yet to play it.
That's
I went over
so-
to his house.
I'm telling you,
it was
it's so
fucking
worth it.
awesome. Shooting's very easy.
oh
in
yeah,
that game.
he was splashing right away. I was like, bro, he never left. But
Sorry.
yeah, it's dope that you actually have to do that. So like, when I was in contract with Nike, I was like, all right, do I care about having more money for this event, or do I want they were originally going to give me 12% off certain products. Do I want 20% off? Like, what can I get? But if you you only have a couple chances before they walk away from the table.
Shit.
Huh.
So you really have to think like I actually came down to my last negotiation with Gatorade because I tried to push for a little too much, and they were like, all right, this is our final offer, and I was like, well fuck, I gotta take it. So I did what I could, but I'm doing that, just working on my stats. I got my first Hall of Fame badge because I put everything up on the same thing right now. I think everything I have is up on catch and shoot.
Okay.
So I have a better catch and shoot percentage, but they still have stupid little glitches sometimes that drive me nuts. Like if you have, I've played a game and then didn't get to finish it, turn my system off or whatever. Then the next day when you go in and play, it starts you right back at that game, but the game will freeze in the middle every time. So then you have to once the game starts, you just have to sim through that game. So basically confuses the system, I guess, into thinking that that's all done and over with. But what sucks is when you have to sim through a game, you get no VC, which is the points that you use to put up. Yeah. So it doesn't happen a lot. If you're just playing, you'll be fine. But God forbid you can't finish a game, it's gonna freeze on you every time.
That's fucked up.
Which is really annoying. But outside of that, dude, I have no complaints. It's mad fun running around the neighborhood, just watching people, play 1-on-1, 5-on-5, whatever. The game
seems like the face scan is really, really coming to its own. Like,
yeah.
really, really, they did a great job.
Well, here's the thing. Outside of Tiger Woods, 2K's face scan has been better than EA's. I know that for sure, because when I was scanning my face for the UFC game, it's pretty terrible. It's pretty. I mean,
I didn't see that. I definitely saw your first couple scans with this game.
Yeah, that was rough. Sometimes it takes a couple tries to get it right, but you also they tell you ways you're supposed to do it, and nobody does it. Everyone just they pull out their phone, they scan their face, and that's it. You're supposed to do it against a blank wall, have the right lighting and stuff like that,
of course,
to get more accurate results. But nobody does that. So once I finally did that, it worked out better. But yeah, 2K's face scans have always been better. But that's what I've been playing. I'm having a shitload, but that's all I want to play. Like, every time I go home, I just want to keep playing that.
Nice.
But yeah, that's what I got.
All right, so jumped a little bit into it when we were talking about everything with GamesCon. And I know Anthony went ahead and actually downloaded the game because it was free last month. Mm-hmm. I mean, in August.
Yeah,
so
good.
Fall Guys.
Even if it costs money, buy it.
Honestly,
it's such a cool concept.
I seriously would. I mean, if all I had was just like a month-long free trial,
yeah,
I would seriously buy this game straight up.
Yeah.
So essentially, you play as what looks like a minion reject.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I mean, look, you can throw different skins on him, different he can be different colors. You can have different tops and bottoms, and you run. And best part about it, none of that shit means anything. It's all aesthetic. And you run through all these different levels. You go ahead and do all these different things to go ahead to basically just make it to the end. Now you have races, which are just you may just be within the first X amount of people to make it past the finish line, which means you qualify. Or you have team events into which you go ahead. I mean, you're split into either teams of 2 or 3, and then you have to go ahead and just basically not be the worst team to go ahead and make it to the next round.
Cool.
And if you do that enough and you keep on qualifying, you'll end up getting to the final stage, which a lot of times is called Fall Mountain. And then you have to go ahead, you have to deal with all these different balls screaming at you. You got to deal with these different things that are spinning around to try to get yourself to the crown that you have to try to reach for.
It just seems like madness.
It is. It's
absolute madness.
Madness at its finest.
The first 2 rounds normally are complete and utter
chaos?
Insanity.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, I saw.
I mean, in between the whirly gig and one that has the propellers on it.
Yep, I've seen it. Actually, that's the very first one I saw you play.
Yeah, it was.
Right?
Yeah.
That's literally utter chaos.
Yeah, that one I actually really love playing. So
yeah.
I've thrown down on this with Clyburn, with Hav, Jacob from Spaghetti Boys, and then his wife Shelby as well. It's been just such a fun game to play.
Yeah.
And I mean, you constantly just do the same things. I mean, you cycle through, X amount of maps that are always there, and then now they're going to be adding more maps with Season 2 when it comes out.
Season 2.
So,
hell yeah.
It's all I've been playing. It's all, like Andy was saying, it's all I really want to play. I mean, I haven't played Borderlands in probably about 3 weeks.
I haven't played
Maybe even a month.
I just want to play video games.
Well, dude, you're throwing down with me tonight.
I'm going to.
You're going to try.
I'm going to try.
You're going to try.
100% going to try.
I'm fine with trying.
But we got flyers first, boys.
Yeah, let's hope the game doesn't go into multiple overtimes.
Fucking hell.
Yeah, if it does, I'm going to bed.
Anytime, anywhere, baby. That's what we do.
Hell yeah.
All right, so that's all I got, man. That's all we have here. So we're going to go ahead and let Anthony tell everybody where they can find us.
Yes, sir.
All right, what's up, crew members? It's that time again. We're going to connect with CGC. I'd like to say that you could start off by reaching us at our Twitter, which is at Console Crew. We have our website, which is www.consolegamingcrew.com. Our Gmail, which is you can reach us at, is attached there. It's at consolegamingcrew@gmail.com. We have our YouTube, which is up and running pretty good now. We have new content seems like going up weekly.
Once a week, yeah.
Okay, so we have our content going up on our YouTube channel going weekly, which is that Console Gaming Crew, right?
Yes.
Okay, because it's not written down. That's why I asked. That's fine. After that, we have our Instagram, which is Console Gaming Crew. And again, we also have our Facebook, which is also Console Gaming Crew. We have our Twitch streams, which Wes is Dragon_CGC.
Yes, sir.
We have Andy, which is Scooby CGC. And we have mine, which is CGC_Squishy Soprano. Again, these are all the ways that you can reach out to us and get in touch with us. You can leave us awesome letters or hateful letters, or give us ideas on what you'd like to hear on our upcoming podcasts, or if there's anybody that likes to or would like to reach out to us and they want to throw down and play some video games with us, we're always open to that and connecting with our listeners.
If you want to, just let us know. We'll throw you our screen names, gamer tags.
We'll give you the gamer tags, or drop yours in the box, and we'll share it between the three of us, and we can always throw down with our people.
Absolutely.
I think this is the end of the podcast, boys.
Sounds like it, man.
Well, until next time.
Until next time, y'all. Stay safe. Wash your hands, and as always, get your game on.